Welcome back to the Creative Mindset channel. I'm your host, L Train. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me again. Today's video, Own Your Morning, How to Win the Day. First thing I want to get into is waking up early. Waking up early is great. It gives yourself extra time in the day to complete tasks, to strategize your day. Maybe you got some things the night before that you weren't able to accomplish. You can kind of get a jump start early in the morning, and it gives yourself more time that you're alone and you can think and you can figure out what you want to do. So if you get up early, some people like to get up at 4 a.m., some people 5 a.m. I'm more of a 5:30, 6 a.m. type of guy. It kind of works well for my schedule most of the days. So when you're up early, the world's still kind of sleeping. Maybe your family situation, they're still sleeping. You can knock out emails. You can work on your side hustle. You can do things to elevate your mind. You can do things to elevate your body. Working out, writing things down, putting things in your calendar, Google Calendar, good. Strategize what you need to do for the day. If you got meetings, you can kind of just make a game plan for the day, using it in the morning by getting up earlier when everybody else isn't blowing up your phone and texting you and hitting you up. So waking up early is a really, really good way to start your day. Second, exercise. Man, get some daily exercise in the morning is good. I like to keep it simple. Some push-ups, some sit-ups, do some burpees, got some dumbbells, maybe a jump rope. Walking's awesome too. You can just go out for a walk, 30-minute walk, 40-minute walk, whatever. Get some fresh air, get some sunlight. It's really good for you. Really good for you. Get your good for your heart, good for your lungs. 10,000 steps, 12,000 steps are really realistic goals for your day. I try to get my 10K steps in every day. I started walking every day since last year, and December 1st of 2024. It is now middle of April 2025. I have not missed a day for my daily walks. I've been killing it. I've been consistent. And it's been cold. It's been rainy in New York. Even this has been a cold kind of April. I still got my steps in. I still got to it. So, man, go outside, get some fresh air, go for that jog, go for that walk, get your steps in. It's great. Third thing I think that is really good to help win your day is reading and journaling. Now, you don't have to do both. You can kind of switch it up. Some days I like to read, some days I like to do journaling. So I'm going to start off with reading first. Everybody should be reading really good self-improvement books, books on business, books on life, not just these, fantasy, nonfiction stuff, but that's what you're into, that's fine. But I think reading to improve your life is the way to go. So whether it's a chapter a day, whether it's 10 pages, 20 pages, I try to stick to like 30 minutes in the morning. Just, hey, wake up, get a quick little exercise, wash up a little bit, grab a book, man, read a chapter, knock out some pages. Good way to get your brain going, think of some ideas. And you start accumulating books over time. You start really liking more and more books. Sometimes it could be audiobooks. Maybe you throw an audiobook in, got some headphones, you do some stuff in the morning that you can take care of with your headphones on. Great. So reading's good. I prefer reading books actually, but do what you like to do. Journaling. I like to journal a couple times a week. I don't do it every single day, but I do think it's really good to write things down, goals, tasks, affirmations. Great. I'm going to bring an example of a book, and then I'm going to bring an example of a journal. So this book right here, this is the 5 a.m. book club. It kind of goes into the theme of this video, right? So the book is basically about waking up early, right around 5 a.m. to be productive and to build a successful morning, which will give you a successful day, which will give you a successful week, months, years, decades. Gives you great habits on how to attack the day. So that's a really good book to read, especially in the morning. It's themed for it, perfect for it. 5 a.m. Club. Check it out. It has sold over 15 million books worldwide, and I bought that book a couple years ago. So that's an excellent book for people from all types of walks of life, religions, ages. It's a great book. Journaling. I got this journal. My wife got it for me Christmas a couple years ago. This is how I started getting into journaling. This is a men's journal. You don't have to get a men's journal, but you can get any type of journal that you like. There's kids journals. I'm sure there's women's journals as well. There's journals for everything nowadays. But this is called The Calling Man. So shout out to The Calling Man Company, because I got this journal a couple years ago, and it's been really great. It's been on my journey for journaling. Started with this journal. It came with a really cool box, case, had a pen. The book has quotes, it has tasks, it has goals you can document, keeps track of the days and weeks. Super great company. They got a really dope social media presence as well. So if you're into journaling and if you're into men's journaling, men's topics, check it out. Calling Man. All right. Next up. So we went through reading, exercise, journaling, and I think the next one is really, really good. It's a little bit challenging if you're new to this. It's fasting. I like to fast in the mornings. I think it's a great way to kind of give yourself some mental toughness, some mental discipline by not just eating a bunch of bad food in the morning or sugary drinks in the morning. It really, really is good. So fasting is really good for mental clarity and mental focus because it gives you a hungry mindset. You got to remember, our ancestors, thousands of years ago, they don't eat like we eat now. They didn't have all these food options. They didn't have Uber Eats and 24/7 convenience stores to get breakfast sandwiches and food and drinks and stuff. They're really, really out there hunting and gathering. So we weren't really designed to eat a bunch of food all day long. It kind of makes us tired and kind of weighs us down and kind of makes us not as sharp. So fasting in the morning, especially if you've read and you get an exercise and you did some journaling, man, your brain's going to be on fire. That's how I feel a lot of times when I do this morning routine. Also, fasting is very convenient financially. I'll tell you a story. So I used to always go to this gas station every morning before for work, and I would get like a bottle of water, or I would get some green tea, and I would get these breakfast sandwiches. And it was like a typical breakfast sandwich. It came with like like a bagel, but it came with like eggs, sausage, and cheese. It was delicious, but it was like $3. It wasn't really expensive, but it was kind of on the greasy side. It wasn't the best option, but it was $3, super easy. You walk in the store, grab it, and you keep it moving, right? And then I started thinking about it, right? I'm paying $3 for the sandwich. I'm paying like $1 or $2 for the bottle of water. I'm spending $5. $5 a day, 7 days a week. That's $35. $35 a week, 4 weeks in a month. Then that turns out to like $140, and then so $140 a month I'm spending on breakfast. Now you multiply that by 12 months a year, you're almost at like $1,700. I was doing them budgeting. I was looking at my money and I'm looking at my bank account. I'm like, man, I'm looking at all these $6 here, $5 here. I'm like, this is just breakfast. So, $1,700 later, I'm spending it on breakfast. When I had a bottle of water from the crib. I got thermoses, I got Yetis, I got cups and containers. I can get water at the house, and I'm buying a bottle of water at the store, and I'm buying this greasy sandwich that's not really good for me. So I cut that out, and I think that's really, really important, that what you eat in the morning really can throw your day off. A lot of people go to IHOPs and they go to Denny's and they go to these places and they're getting these super grand slam sandwiches with, pancakes, waffles, and all the sugar and butter. And it's not really good for you, to be honest. So on this channel, man, I like to promote some good ways to have some mental health, promote some good ways to get some physical health. That's what we're trying to do, man. Trying to get to a really good mindset, man. Try to stay focused. So I like to fast in the morning. I think it helps me. It probably could help you out. It's a good way to kind of just be disciplined too. And now you start to really look at what you're drinking and what you're eating in the morning. Is it worth it? Make sure readjust things. So this is just a handful of things that I like to do in the morning. This is just my morning routine. If you got something different you like to do, man, throw it in the comments. At this channel, man, we're all about helping each other out. Good ideas, great ideas. I'm with it. Hit the link in the comment. It's all good. This is the message for you today, man. This is the guy L Train. Peace. We out.